What do you do to remember? What rituals do you have to recall the past? Exodus 12 is all about remembering. Yes, it's the last plague, just before the Israelites are set free from Egypt, but it's a setup for the next number of years where they're going to need to remember who their God is and what he did in this moment. You see, they're told to slaughter an unblemished lamb. They're told to put the blood on the doorpost. They're told how to eat it. They're told what kind of bread to make without leaven so it doesn't rise, because they don't have time for that. And they're told to remember this every year as the Passover. It's to point to what God has done. And it's beautiful. But you see, the Israelites, over the next number of decades and centuries, their biggest problem is remembering. And so that's why God sets up this Passover and sets up this feast and this day to remember, and these traditions, so that they would remember what God has done. But it's not just about remembering, you see, because it even points forward, as the lamb clearly points forward to Jesus and his sacrifice and the blood, shed, the blood on the doorpost for protection to pay for our punishment, as we think of Christ and his blood shed on the cross. And even the unleavened bread, the whole idea that they didn't put something in it, it was pure. Christ is this pure sacrifice. So it all points towards Jesus and the future. So it's not just about remembering, but it's also going, look who's coming. Now, the Israelites at the time may not have known that. We know that now, thousands of years later. But it's interesting. It begs me the question, what rituals do I do to remember God? Because it's really easy in going out in our day-to-day to forget that we're living this life before God and for him. And so I would encourage you to put things in your life to remember, whether it's your daily walk with him, reading the scriptures, prayer, whether it's attending church regularly, whether it's taking the Lord's Supper, which he gives as an act of remembrance, not just of the past, but a point towards the future, when one day we're not going to need to remember, because we're going to be face to face every day, all the time with God. And so as we think about this, how do we remember? And then how does that propel us forward into our future, looking at the day where we will be with God? Hope that's a good word for you today.